So as the title suggests above, the title of this podcast, booking rate percentage and what does it mean? We're going to delve into this in this episode, but before we do, hello, my name is Mark Simpson. If this is the first time that you're watching one of my videos, please make sure you subscribe, download, like this video so that you can come back for more. If you're listening to the audio version and you want to see the video version, hop over to the YouTube Boostly channel or any of the socials. Please do so, and let's get started. So booking rate percentage, to start off with, is calculated by the amount of people that visit your Airbnb listing, and you times that by the amount of people that book at your property. Airbnb have never come out and directly said this impacts the algorithm, but it definitely has a decision-making process behind it. And we'll talk about that in this episode. Now, before we even talk about getting onto the listing, what's really important is that your first image and the title description of your Airbnb listing is on point. Now, what do I mean by that? The image is your unique selling photo, your USP. And a good way to decipher what this is going to be, go and look at what everybody else in your area is doing. So if everybody in their listings, their first image is an image of a swimming pool, can you do something different? How can you stand out? If everybody is doing A, can you do B? If everybody is zigging, can you zag? And that'll be a great way to stand out. And again, we look at the title. Okay, I've talked about this in length before, about the title and about how you can use icons and emojis in the title to stand out. Obviously, Airbnb's TOS, terms of services, says you can't, but there's definitely some that get through the filters. Okay, and so now everybody is doing emojis. Now everybody's doing icons. So what can you do to stand out? Can you put in there a specific keyword that will stand out to your guest? And again, this is really important. Everything that we're doing now is to speak directly to your guest profile, your guest avatar, your ideal guest. So if your niche is going to be workcation, can you put the word workcation in your title? Is there something that you can mention, maybe super fast Wi-Fi or the ideal digital nomad getaway, something like that will grab the attention of your future potential guest? Can the image also mirror that up? So that's number one. Once you've got them onto your listing, go and have a look right now at what you currently have at one of your properties. Have you got a big block of text that nobody's going to read? Or is it broken down into lovely little bullet points? You're really discussing and talking to your guest profile. Your first 6 pictures, nice, clear, bright, and really tell a story about the property. Could you maybe have on there a floor plan? Could you maybe have on there an image of a recent review or something like that? Anything that you can do to stand out, to make you look better, will give you a heads up. So the way that algorithms work, for those of you who haven't got a clue when I say the word algorithm or search engine optimization, let's just talk about Google. And again, I mentioned right at the very start of my very first podcast that the Airbnb SEO is different to the Google SEO. It's different to the Facebook SEO. But let's just take a look at it at like a 50,000 foot view, a very generic view look at it. The way that the algorithms work and the way that Google, Facebook, all of them work is that they want a user to go onto your page, onto your listing, onto your website, and they want them to stick around for a long period of time. The longer the people stick on there, then Google or Facebook, etc., will get that indicator that what they're looking at isn't spammy and they like it and they want more of it. It's the same with Airbnb. So if you can't get them to book, because we know that people like to faff and they like to click around, can you maybe get them to save the property as a wish list? Can you maybe get them to stick around to see all of your pictures? These are indicators that Airbnb will flag up in the computer and in the algorithm that your listing is popular. Now you've got to marry all of that up with what we spoke about right at the very beginning when we talked about reviews, okay? Can your reviews, the better your reviews, coupled with all of this, it will just mean that your listing will come higher in the algorithm. Price obviously plays a key factor in it as well. I talked about that on the last episode, how you can definitely hack the system on there. But if you're wanting more people to discover your listing, if you're wanting more people to stick around, if you're wanting more people to click and check out your property, then follow these steps. And if you want more of these steps, and if you want more in-depth of these steps, then please do go and check out boostlyacademy.com. We've got over 80 hours worth of videos on this kind of thing that will help you get more heads on beds if you are struggling right now. Okay, that will do us for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. As always, my name is Mark Simpson. Every single day in 2021, I want to do a podcast, whether it's video or audio or a blog, that will help hosts just like you get more bookings, direct bookings, heads on beds. There's so many ways that we can go about it. I'm doing a couple of videos right now talking about Airbnb, but there's so much more direct booking talk, email booking talk, Facebook booking talk, Instagram booking talk that you can get by just going to boostly.co.uk/podcast. And like I said, if you want to delve in more, if you want to go even more deeper in all of this and really figure out some proper tactics and training and styles and join a community of over 700 hosts around the world, boostlyacademy.com. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, be proactive. Don't be reactive.
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely.